Okay, Balance Bound. You guys, welcome. I want to do a few housekeeping items first. First thing, a lot of people will catch the replay, which is great. So I just want to make sure that, again, you guys are on the wait list for Punta Cana because we're getting ready to hit Success Club and ready to grow our businesses now. And if we're going to be hitting Success Club for the rest of the year, then that's going to be more likely that we're going to get off that Punta Cana wait list. So, and in case you don't remember, it's a cruise plus one. So your hubby or whomever can come with you. And I thought at this time in my first year of my business, or when I started, I was like, oh, I don't need to, that's like, I'm not there yet. That's not where I'm not there. I'm not one of those coaches that gets to go on a cruise, but you guys totally all can. You totally all can. Even if you're brand new and you just started this month and you get on the wait list, you totally have an opportunity to. And so I would encourage you to do that and just see what happens. And worst case scenario, you don't, but you know what it takes to get there. And the next year you can, and that's where I'm at. Or you get to be part of a live event. And that's sort of the underlining theme of this call is the importance of live events. I think we all understand the community of this business, and I think that we're all here because, for I hope some of similar reasons, and for me, one of those big reasons is the community that this company provides. And I can't tell you that I haven't had more impactful experiences in this business on the live events than anything else, because we are at home, we're on our computer, and yes, we're connecting with other people. And that's, I hope another reason why you're here is that you want to serve people, you want to be a leader, you feel that you have value that you can provide to somebody. Along those lines of that value, I want you guys to really be thinking about too, what is it that you have to value? What is it that you have to offer? What if you were to list 3 things for your business? We all understand that the Beachbody tools work, that the programs work, Shakeology works. We know that the support of each other works. We know that people are going to join us because they want to be part of our tribe. They connect with us. What are 3 things that people are going to connect with you? What are those 3 things that are going to help you with your social media posts, with your branding? Balance Bound, we did 2 calls, part 1 and part 2 of branding. So if you haven't listened to those calls, go back to those calls. Be thinking about, what is your brand? Why are people wanting to connect with you? What are the 3 things that describe you? Who are the tribe that you're reaching out to? And I say that because you experience that in live events. Can you guys just give me a thumbs up because I'm outside and it's windy? Is that okay? Can you still hear? Okay, cool. And that's another beautiful part of our business, right? We can do our business from wherever. So I'm just sitting on the balcony here in a gorgeous evening. And so excited to be talking to you guys. So yeah, live events have been huge for me. I think that community is so much a part of our business, and we get to really feel that when we're at live events. So I just got back from our Diamond Retreat a few weeks ago and got to connect with 16 other Team Phoenix Diamond coaches, and it was a reward that my coach gave me for hitting certain marks and holding rank, and really just for growing my business and ultimately for serving so many people. And I think what's so cool is that we're together and we can all celebrate the fact that we are helping changing the lives of so many people. We know what it feels like to live healthy lives. We know how good it makes us feel. We know that we can accomplish so much more. The gratitude in our heart to help serve somebody else. I guess I'm speaking for myself and hoping that you guys can relate, because if you don't have that connection to really want to help others or help live your healthiest and most fulfilled life, then you probably, this isn't the place for you. But if you are, then that's kind of what I want to go through tonight, is just sort of like a checklist of this business, because we know that this business is huge in its systems and processes. And if we can master what those systems are and we can learn a little bit and take steps forward each day, we know that we can be successful in this business. And ultimately, that's what I want for you guys. I'm here because I do have a passion for serving people. It fills my heart, especially on days where I'm struggling. I found that the best way for me to get through my day is to help others. So I want to just share with you guys, as my business has continued to grow, what I've received from that, and how whatever I can do to encourage you guys to keep going. And almost, first, to get started, if you're a new coach watching this, or you've hit a bump in the road, but you feel a connection with this business, what do you need to do to keep going? Because I've been there, the highs and lows, how to push through that. I want to encourage you guys to, when you get to that tough part in your business, because it is going to be tough. You're an entrepreneur. Like, let's be real. It's not always going to be like cupcakes and cookies or whatever. I don't know. There's going to be the downs, and those downs are tough. Like, I've spent many times crying. I've spent many times like, this is not for me. I don't deserve this. I'm going to quit. Why did this person do this? Like, why, they said, no, it's all me. No, but to work, I want you guys to really push yourself to work through those, because that's when the growth comes, the reward comes. The hard times, if you don't have the hard times, you honestly, you probably won't experience as much transformation. It is the hard times. It is those defects of character when they're put up in front of our face, where, this business is, certainly we are a team of Balance Bound, and we are a team, Team Phoenix. We have the community, and we're blessed, but this is like up to us. And if, we have a bad day, how are you going to get through that? And I think breaking through that barrier yourself is where you're really going to learn and grow. So I just want to encourage you guys that, that I've been there, and the growth that I've had has just been priceless. And the reward, and I can tell you now, of being in this business now for 1.5 years, it's really like all coming back to me now. All that hard work in the beginning, where the paychecks aren't as big, but you feel like you're giving, and you're questioning, because not everybody's on board yet. Not everybody gets you and what you're doing. Just know I was there. And I think that what I want to encourage you guys to do is like break through that plateau, break through that beginning, break through that hard time whenever that hits you. Just keep doing the steps and the systems that that you're learning in this business, whether it's from me, from your upline, from Team Phoenix, from the Coach Online back office. Like, it's up to you to do that research and do that work and learn and grow. And that's where the reward is going to come in, because now I have people that I've literally been talking to since like day one, 1.5 years ago, that maybe I've done my 5-day clean eating challenges 6 times. But now they're reaching back because I've been following up with them, and I've been saying, hey, how are you doing? And they're really reaching out to me, and my heart has just been completely filled lately. I struggled my first 6 months, first year in the business, hitting Success Club 5. I went every route to hit it, and I would purchase things myself to hit it. There's like no excuses. If you want to grow your business, Success Club is where it's at. Power Hour is where it's at, and that is the relationships, the building of the relationships, which is ultimately our number one job as a coach, is to build relationships, connect with people, share with them our value, be their biggest cheerleader. That's all we're here to do. And so the more we can master systems and processes along the way, the more time we have to build those relationships, and the reward is so incredibly great for everybody. Discount coach, or just on that health journey and that change and transformation that we receive from Beachbody products. So I want to go through a punch list of things that you should know as a coach, that you should be doing as a coach. And for those of you that are on the call, if you want to stop, or when I get to the end, if you want to have a notebook and pen, you guys, what I would suggest, new coaches, anybody that's re-listening to this call, I'm hoping that this call can actually serve as a purpose of like that checklist when you're signing on as a coach. Check. Do you understand what this means? I mean, there are so many. I was kind of going through a list, and I'm sure I don't have them all, so maybe we'll do a part 2 checklist for anything that we've missed. But there's so many acronyms in this business. There's so many different pieces and parts to know. But and I will tell you, if you're new, you're going to be completely overwhelmed. If you're not overwhelmed, you're probably not pushing to learn as much as you can. I want you to learn as you work the business. Don't feel like you have to learn it and understand it all before you actually start working it. And that's something that I think is important for us to share with our new coaches, right? There's so much to learn, and they can feel so overwhelmed in the beginning. And I know we were all there, but if you just take one new thing that you can learn, one new nugget, maybe one new app or one new system a week, you're going to know so much more in 6 months from now. And if you actively are working the business during that time, then you're going to be making income and then helping people while you're learning. So don't do one and do the other. Try to really work your time in to do both as you go along. Like I said, the ups and downs, the live events, anytime you guys can get to live events is where it's at, because it's going to pick you back up and be surrounded by the community so you guys can share, like, yeah, I struggle with this too, or yeah, I do this too, or this is successful for me. And so Super Saturday is coming up in August. Check out local in your area where you can go to Super Saturday. And just talk to your upline about what are the first steps you need to do. So, all right, let's go to our like basic Beachbody coach checklist. Okay. The first thing is like the why, right? The big why. You're going to hear that a lot. Why? Why are you here? We ask our challengers, why are they joining this challenge? We want to get to know them. We want to be able to help them get to that big, deep reason why. So again, if you don't really understand what the why is in coaching, then don't check that off. That means you need to go to your upline. You need to ask them what the why is. And you know, anything that you guys, I want you to know that I'm here to support you guys in any way that I can. And if you are going through Balance Bound or Team Phoenix training for coaching, I and your upline will be here to answer every question along the way. But please don't come and ask all these questions if you haven't gone through training. Don't even ask it. Go through training, and then if you have questions about these things and you can't check them off, like I don't quite understand this one, then ask that question, and we can do a team call on it. I can do a call on it. Your upline can do a call on it. We can answer those questions. So the why is the first one. The second one is PD. If you don't know what PD stands for, you need to figure that out. That is everything in this business. PD and PH. PH is your power hour. If you are not doing PD and PH every day, you won't be able to grow your business. And honestly, if you're overwhelmed by so many things, all you need to focus on are those two things, PD and PH. And you will have a thriving business as long as you can do it with consistency and never give up. You're going to be just fine. So make sure you master those two things. The 3 vital behaviors, which are now 4 vital behaviors. If you are not doing the 3 vital behaviors and you don't know what the 4 vital behaviors are, then ask that question. That is everything in this business. So if you can do those 3 or 4 things, then again, you can have a successful business. Make sure you know what those are. Coach Online Office. The Coach Online Office. Make sure you know your this is crucial. Make sure that you know you have a Shakeology website. Make sure you know that you have a Team Beachbody website. Make sure you know you have a Beachbody Coach website. Know what your username, know what your links are. Have them saved so you can send people to your websites for questions, for information. Make sure you have set up your back office. Make sure you understand the most important things to find in there, which is you know, where's your placement? Where are you going to place your coaches? Understanding where to find your customers, understanding where to find your purchases, your orders, your either personal or customer orders. Make sure you know how to read your sponsorship drill down and understand your team. Make sure you know the Coach Online Office. Make sure you know how to contact Beachbody Relations. Make sure that you know how to which is something I learned recently, is that I can actually help my customers more. I can provide my customers more support than I thought I could. And by that I say that, you know, as a coach, you actually cannot call Coach Relations and say, my customer XYZ ordered this, but she actually meant to order this. Can you please change that? We don't have the ability to do that. Beachbody Coach Relations will only make a change on an order or help somebody if they're talking to that person. And so that's been hard for me because at times I haven't had customers that have had the best experience with customer relations. As I'm sure if you've been working long enough, you understand the same struggle with coach relations and customer relations. You know, they are, you know, this business is growing so fast. They're doing everything they can to make all of their callers really educated on how to help us. But sometimes as you grow as a coach, you're going to become more educated than sometimes those people on the other phone and on the other line. And so what I learned recently is that I can actually provide my customers with more customer service by saying, hey, I know that you meant to order this. I can fix this. I can turn your Shakeology into an HD order. I can turn your separate fitness that you ordered 10 days after you ordered Shakeology. Oh my God, how did you do that? I can turn that into a challenge pack for you. I can get more money back for you, and you can get 2 Success Club points from it. You can make those changes for your customers by simply saying, do I have permission to contact customer relations on your behalf? The only thing that you need is their confirmation information. So you want their email address and you want the confirmation of their order. So that confirmation email they received from Beachbody, if you have that content of what their customer ID number was or their purchase order number was, that's all you need. Like, if they ordered 21-day fix on this date, this is their, their confirmation number, this is their email address. So all we need to do now as coaches is we need to go to our, online office, contact customer relations, and fill out their question as if you are them. And this is happening most for discount coaches, right? So I can do this for my discount coaches that are here just to lifestyle change, not interested in working the business. I don't want them to have any problems with having to deal with their coach, enrollment. I want to provide the best customer service I can. So you get that information and you log into contact customer relations or coach relations as them. So fill out the information as them and you live chat as them. And guess what? They're going to know exactly the conversation you had because they're going to receive a confirmation email with all of the conversation. So they'll know exactly how you handled that conversation and you got them what you needed. And that also tends to help us too at times when you're like, oh my God, if they were only ordered that challenge pack, that would have helped me. It would have saved them money. Well, now we can help them even more without them having to pick up the phone and call. So just really, and knowing where the news is, knowing all the training that is available to you guys, knowing, oh my God, this is stuff I just realized too recently, the success tab. That success tab in our Coach Online office has so much PD. So if you don't know what PD is, figure it out. But that success tab in your Coach Online office has so much rich PD. Check it out if you're ever like, I don't know where to go next. I don't know how to be inspired next. There's a place to go. So in that regard, you know what NWC stands for. If you don't know what NWC, National Wake Up Call, is, you need to get to your upline ASAP. If you don't know what SC is, if you don't know what Success Club is, that is the biggest place to grow your business. We're here to serve people. So we know that there's no fees, there's no requirements, you have to hit a certain sales mark. But your goal as a coach, if you want to grow a business, is to help people. And the easiest way we can track to help people is, Success Club 5 every month. So if you want to grow your business, ask your coach, how do I get to Success Club 5? And that's all of the inviting process. And that's everything that's in Team Balance Bounds file section. Invite CP, and the inviting that Beachbody provides you, that document in your training. So those 3 documents are your go-to for inviting. And if you're following those systems, they work. Use them. Just use them. That's all I have to say. If you don't have those, go to Balance Bound team page, files, download them, read them, know them, copy, paste, use them, personalize them. So that's Success Club. And I can tell you, I struggled. My goal last year was to hit Success Club 5 every month. I did. I hit it every single month. The pride, the joy that comes from it is so great, you guys. And I can tell you your business grows because of it too. But there were 3 months out of those 12 months where I begged, borrowed, and stealed. I asked favors. I ordered Christmas presents. I, put a purchase on a boyfriend's credit card to get me to Success Club 5. All right. At times, it didn't feel all that great. At times it was like, if this is what I have to do, I'm never going to be able to keep up. I can't afford to do this. I'm telling you, it's worth it. We've all done it. Megan did it in the beginning as well. You do what you have to in the beginning. And I want to tell you that I promise you it's worth it at the end if you stay consistent, because my second year now, my goal has been hit Success Club 10. And I can't even tell you, it's been easier for me to hit Success Club 10 this year than it was for me to hit Success Club 5 my first year. So people are watching, people are waiting. It's all in your follow-up. So if you're not doing your power hour and tracking names, if you don't have a notebook where you're tracking names and following up with people, that's your money maker. That's your way to, for people to trust you that you're going to be there. Okay. If you don't know what PV is, you need to know what TV is. Okay, personal volume, team volume, understand those. Those are with you every week of your business, and they're important to track your income in this business. That's how you get your bonuses. So if you don't understand right leg and left leg and your volume, and that is 300 minus 100 every time is where you get your bonus, and that can happen umpteen times in one day, how much you can make at each rank. So that comes next. Do you know what rank is? Do you understand what emerald, what ruby, what diamond is? Do you understand the importance of getting to emerald and getting free customers? Do you understand the importance of placement? And by that means, do you have a husband or a boyfriend or a friend or a mom that can help you get to a certain rank? And that placing them at the top is going to help, because you're going to stay in this business for a long time. And the reality is the businesses are going to grow, and you're going to, ultimately. And so, for example, my mom helped me get to emerald. And it's somebody that's going to be drinking Shakeology. You want somebody that's going to be active. Okay. So, even if you have a husband that maybe will support you in the business, but maybe is not drinking Shakeology yet, that's okay. Here's what you can do. And as long as you're like pushing and serving and helping people, it's not going to be, too much of an expense on yourself. Is that what I did in the beginning? Was I was keeping my volume up, because as long as you're on, know that you have to have 50 PV as an emerald coach, 90 PV as a diamond coach, things that are 50 PV, as a diamond coach. So I'm on my Shakeology HD. Do you know what HD means? You have to be on HD to be active. That I had my Shakeology on HD. So as my mom supporting my business, if she wasn't drinking it that month, that's okay. I invested in a sampler pack of Shakeology, ordered onto her to keep her active so that I could then give samples to people. So there are ways to kind of make that work as far as rank and placement goes, of somebody to help you support your business. And then ultimately they'll be able to benefit from you as you grow your business under them. They'll end up receiving some supplemental income there. So make sure you understand rank and placement. And that will also, along those lines, maximizing income. Are you here? What are your goals as a coach? One of my goals, the reasons why I'm here, is to have that supplemental income so that I can, live my life in the way that I want to. So do you know how to maximize your income as you grow your rank and then build and maximize? So there's actually a call from that's happening tomorrow, Team Phoenix live call for May 31st at, I want to say, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where they're actually having a guest on that call that is talking about maximizing your income. I mean, this guy, he's not about the rank and the stars. He's 9-star, and our coach Megan is 15-star qualifying. But he is maximizing his income as a 9-star coach. So if you really want to understand how to maximize your income, you want to listen to that call. So make sure that you get that call. And I'm sure she's going to record it. So if you get this after May 31st, 2016, ask for the link to that call if that's one of your goals. Make sure that you have gone through Coach Basics 10-day training. So if you are starting your business, that is like mandatory. We talked about training. So have you been in Team Phoenix's Coach Basics 10-day training? Have you been in and gone through Team Balance Bound Be Your Own CEO training? Okay, these are all things that are going to help you to get started in the beginning. Leadership. Are you ready to be a leader? Do you know that when you hit diamond rank, you are, even as you start your business, you're a leader. We're here to work together as a team. So think about, again, on another side now, we started the call with the 3 things that you have value in content and you want to share with the world, your brand, these 3 things, right? I want you to think now on a coach side, on a business side, you're all here because you can do this, and you've been invited because we believe in you and we see something in you. What is it that we see in you that we think you can make a successful coach and serving others? Find those 3 things that make you unique and that you can offer and provide value and content to your team as you grow. And I say that too because we have a Balance Bound Team Facebook page, and what I would love to see is all of you guys growing into leaders, all of you guys as you build your businesses, finding your niche. You're going to find like whether Shakeology is your bread and butter and you know everything about Shakeology and you want to share with the team information that helps you around Shakeology, or maybe it's you understand and master the Coach Online Office, Coach Basics, and you can walk people through that, or you understand the systems and processes, or you're a go-getter and you're a motivator and you want to share motivational quotes, or you hop on news and training and you want to share with our team important things that you think we need to know, or you're PD, your personal development is on fire and you're like, I just listened to this podcast, I got to share this with the team. Like, this is going to help serve other people and help build leaders. I want you guys to start thinking about that. What leadership role do you see yourself being in? Back to the basics of getting started. Facebook is a lot of our world. It just is as a coach. So are you proficient in Facebook? Are you proficient in the concept of starting an event, announcing it on Facebook 7 to 10 days before the event takes place? Because the event is so important for you to invite people to, because people see it in their newsfeed. People, if they click going, which is mandatory, they get invited to the group, then that shows up in the newsfeed there. So do you understand that concept of the steps and processes of why we do events and why we tag people, why we respond to every comment and reply to every comment, why there's a process to fill out a Google form so we can collect their goals and their information and their email addresses, and track that as building your contact list. The process, the cut and paste process of inviting to 5-day clean eating challenges, or whatever your 5-day free challenge is, the importance of doing that every month, the then process of how you invite them to the groups, the copy paste personal messages to find out their goals, to take their photos. I mean, this is the beginning of building that relationship with our customers and clients. Do you understand the order and process of that? And do you know it well enough that you can duplicate it and that you can share it? Are you co-leading those groups with somebody? Because we don't have to do it alone. We've got great coaches in our group. So my next question is, do you have a success partner? Do you have a success partner in this business that you can bounce ideas off of, that you can do weekly calls with and talk about the struggles of the business, the successes of the business, to co-lead groups together, to share posts and ideas, to hold accountable to power hours? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't do my power hour if I didn't have like some sort of accountability to it. There's certain days where you're not going to want to work the business. Well, that's when it helps to have a friend and a success partner to say, hey, did you get it done? Or, hey, let's meet and do it together. Social media apps. So here's a bunch that you can check off, and there's a ton that I'm not mentioning, and I would love for you to comment and mention, make a list. Like I said, if we do a second call for checklists, let's see and know that we've got apps and things that help us. So social media apps, and by that I mean things that help create nice pictures and images for groups, for events, for posts and things like that. And I want to remind you guys, I knew nothing of this. I cried over having to learn this stuff. I was like, I don't know how to do it. But guess what? You can Google anything. You can YouTube video anything, okay? So if you don't know how to do something, just YouTube it, Google it. Canva. Are you using Canva to create images? PicMonkey is another one that I use. Ronna Designs, RHONNA Designs. Word Swag. These are just some of the 4. These are like probably the top 4 that I personally use. I know there's tons more out there. So again, you can, if there's another app that you use that you love, I want you guys to tell me, and on a call, I want you to spend 5 minutes, or I'll have you on a call, like teaching us that app if that's what you love and work with. Again, I use Canva, PicMonkey, Word Swag, Ronna Designs. I love them as apps on my phone, because then if I'm out and about and I see this cool thing and I'm inspired, I can do it real quick and send it out. Scheduling sites. We know as we grow the business, we need to sometimes use schedulers, because there may be a Sunday where we've got 4 or 5 hours where we can work the business, but then Monday through Wednesday, life is crazy and I can't even imagine having time. So what we can do is you can create posts and then you can schedule them for your business. And that helps with consistency when you know something crazy is coming up. It really helps with consistency and flow of providing value and content. So do you know how to use Hootsuite.com? Do you know how to use buffer.com? Do you know how to use postmyparty.com? That's a new one that I love using. So I started with Hootsuite and I started with Buffer. I was using those two because I felt like I needed to use both of those to actually provide the content and pictures and images and links and things that I wanted. But once I started Post My Party, you guys, I love this one. I don't even have to use, I can just use the free ones of Hootsuite and Buffer. I don't use Buffer really at all anymore. But Post My Party actually creates a template for 5-day and 21-day. So you literally only have to put it in once. And then the next month you do it, everything's already there. And all you have to do is do the start date and everything's lined up. It's like brilliant and amazing. So I love that one. If you have another one, let us know what it is and share it. But that one is so far brilliant and I'm loving it. Google Share folders, okay? Do you guys realize how much information you have at your fingertips? I'm here to share with you guys everything that I have struggled with and then created a system for and created a template for and spent time doing it. I don't want you guys to have to do the same thing I did. As you start to grow and go along in your business, you're going to realize, you know, what you enjoy most and what you're going to want to create. If you don't like creating recipes and menus and cooking, don't create your own menu. Don't do it. I've got a dozen. I'll share them with you. I have a dozen menus with grocery lists, menus, posts, like everything's already there, button and sealed. Use it. But if you enjoy doing it, then start creating it. Yeah, but in Google, I have the template for a 5-day clean eating. I have 3 templates now, which I'm really proud of. I've worked really hard to organize those 3 templates for 21-day groups. You know, the only things that you guys will need to do, again, once you're welcome to have them, just comment below this video. If you want to be shared any certain Google folders, you haven't been shared them yet, just put your email in the comments of this video below. And I'll share them with you guys. Just always remember, anything that's shared in Google, you need to download onto your hard drive, onto your computer before you make any edits. And you will want to make edits because some of my 21-day groups, I've got, you know, personal pictures of me that are like motivational things. So that all you can do is find another motivational, you know, quote that works for you, or maybe it's a picture of you so that you can make it personal with your challengers. I've got a Shakeology folder of all my favorite Shakeology information, images, articles, testimonials. If you're new in the business, use what I have until you start to build your own. I have a before and afters folder I'm happy to share with you. If you don't have a lot of before and afters from your customers, we've got before and afters we can put together. What else do I have? You know, before you ever feel like something is taking a lot of time or it's boggling you down, most likely there's a system and perhaps you just don't know the system to it yet. So before you start to create your own, just ask, because there may be one. Let's see. That's pretty much my checklist for today. So again, if you guys watch this and you have some more things that come up, I want you to add them to them and we'll do a part 2 video, or we'll create we'll do a team call on that. But I want to kind of go back to the beginning of live events and community and building our team and becoming leaders and building leaders. You know, those most important things of the 3 vital behaviors, Power Hour, Success Club, and personal development, and doing those things because ultimately I want you guys to have a successful business, right? I'm here because I struggled paycheck to paycheck for years. I hustled. I have been my own business owner. I've jumped businesses. This is something that's in my passion, in my heart, healthy living and sharing with others, and an opportunity to live a life that I've dreamed of finally. And that's what I want for you guys too. So just like I was on a diamond retreat with Team Phoenix last month, I'm excited to announce that we're going to have a Balance Bound diamond retreat next year. And I don't have all the details on it. Kind of just want to throw it out there to you guys because I really see our team growing this year. I see leaders starting to grow and new coaches coming on with a lot of enthusiasm. And I want you guys to know that even if you're a new coach just signing up, you have an opportunity to be a part of this. Everybody can hit these goals. And so starting June 1st, what we're going to do is June 1st all the way through December 31st. There's 7 months left in the year. And if you hit Success Club 5 out of 7 of those months, you will be eligible and hit Diamond. I'm going to give you that date. Actually, it's going to be Diamond mid-November. 6 weeks from the end of the year. I actually haven't even looked up that date. I wasn't planning on giving all this information, but Success Club 5 out of 7 months for the rest of 2016, hit Diamond by the mid-November, which I will give you guys that date because I will create a nice image for our team page, so we can all, help each other out to hit those goals. And any new coaches that you guys bring on, like I said, we're going to do a Diamond retreat, and I'm super excited. I actually want to bring everybody to the mountains. So we're going to do it in the mountains of Colorado because though I love my beaches, I think we're going to have time for that. And if you're going to all get on that Punta Cana wait list, which I hope you are, then we'll meet in the cruise next spring and we'll do that. But I want to bring everybody out to the mountains, and we're going to do some awesome team building things. We're going to talk about our businesses, and we're going to do whitewater rafting and hiking and just outdoor fun stuff. So I'm super excited about it. I'll give you guys more details, but because June 1st is literally in 2 days, I want to make sure that you know the importance of hitting Success Club, and that everybody here that's on this call or not even on this call yet can join us on that Diamond retreat. And what that means is it's an all expense paid retreat. So the only thing that you have to do as a Diamond coach is pay for your flight. Everything else will be taken care of: room, board, food, special activities. And if you are a Diamond coach, which I hope you are blessed with this opportunity, and you have a Diamond coach under you, then you would be helping to bring that person to our Diamond retreat, which is so incredibly rewarding. So work to build up to that, you guys. If this is something that you want, it's just sort of an extra incentive, and it's an opportunity to bring our Balance Bound team together, which again kind of comes full circle for us from the beginning, and the importance of live events and bringing our community together, because it's exciting to meet everybody in person and realize that you're a part of something greater, and that you are all people of similar values and hopes and desires, and it's just sort of a beautiful thing. So I'm really excited to see what this year brings for you guys and your businesses, and then brings us all together to celebrate in that reward. So know that it totally is a reward, and it's going to be feel so much greater the harder you have to work to get there. So again, when those valleys, those peaks and valleys come, just know the reward is so great if you keep pushing. And no entrepreneur is successful who quits, or who stops. So stay positive and know that we're here for you, and there will be valleys, and reach out to your upline when that happens. Post on our team page so that we can help lift you. Listen to your PD, and that's going to keep you guys moving forward. So that's my checklist for today. We have a couple minutes, so anybody that's on the call that has any questions about those things, I honestly say that you guys that are on the call, you probably were able to check off all those things, which just means you're that much closer to being a leader, because think of all those things that you've learned that now you can teach other people. So yeah, we have about 2 minutes left. I'm going to throw it over to you guys for questions. I know it's not much time. We can always hop back on. Okay, so just unmute yourself.
Hey, so real quick, Amy was talking about that the other day too, but the 10-day training that's in Team Phoenix, I'm pretty sure I saw that at the very beginning, but I don't know where it is now because I wanted to go back through it. And how do I get to it?
Perfect. So that's another thing that we should be able to check off our list is, are you receiving Team Phoenix newsletters? Because we really want to go to as many Team Phoenix events as we can. If you're a new coach, they have Monday new team calls. They have Tuesday team calls, which we've talked about tonight. You want to get on those calls. On the newsletter, it's always going to have a link to the Coach Basics. So what happens is every month a new Coach Basics groups start. So I'm waiting until this newsletter to get June's. So as soon as June start, you're going to throw any new coach into that and know that they have the month of June and the month after, but it's only a 10-day training. So you want to encourage them to finish it in 10 days. But that's where you get that information, is from that Team Phoenix newsletter. And each month there's a new 10-day Coach Basics you can send them to.
All right. Speaking of the 10-day training, would you suggest that we send our new coaches to that first before they do the 30-day or the CEO thing?
Yes, I would, and I'll tell you why. Because 10 days easier to get through. 30 days can be overwhelming and can stunt them and they can stop. So what I've been doing now is setting them through the 10-day first, something where I think they can accomplish it. They can start to work and move their business forward. And then what I do is send them to the CEO after that for more training, review, if they're not quite understanding everything, and just additional training if they're really gung-ho to work their business. We know training is where it's at. So I'm now doing 10-day Coach Basics with Team Phoenix, and then 30-day Balance Bound to follow that.